Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and tackle this the best way I can because some people just seem to fan over their favorites so much, oh my god, that all they hear is negative. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna be more cordial in that regard. So is it okay to copy someone's work in fashion or any other creative art? And because I'm a student of design, degree and all, I think it's important that we clarify a few things. A few episodes back, we discussed about Virgil copying, and all the Virgil fans came out of the woodwork bringing up things like, it's not about who did it first, bruh, it's about who did it better, or the old, I'm the hater, me, Reggie, I'm a hater, or the classic, I heard this one, another black man tearing another black man down, like it had, really? Like, come on, man, that's not even, I can't even get on that level because it had nothing to do with race. You're just gonna shoehorn that in there. It's crazy, it's bonkers. I can't criticize the black, this doesn't make any sense. Okay, but the most classic was the yet to be confirmed Picasso quote, which is, good artists copy, great artists steal, which would be a trump card if it weren't for context. But since context doesn't matter today, we could just use the quote and that's it. But I'm not gonna do that. We gotta spell it out. Now, if you research the quote, you find out that it too was a quote that was kind of stolen or reworked from T.S. Eliot, who wrote, immature poets imitate, mature poets steal, bad poets deface what they take, and good poets make it into something better, or at least something different. But again, context is everything, right? So let's break down what was actually meant when you say good artists copy, great artists steal. Good artists copy. What we're talking about here is duplication. If an artist can copy a work in a near indistinguishable style as the original artist, then that artist is skilled. He has range and has depth. A good duplicator is always considered damn good in any field, but great artists steal. Now, the whole concept of stealing, when we think about it, is taking possession of something and making it your own. Now, in art and design, this means that nothing is original, but everything from a great artist is an amalgamation of things he or she has, quote unquote, stolen. The originality of a great artist comes from their influences, inspirations, and experiences combined to make a truly original piece of art. So is it okay to copy in fashion? Well, apparently yes. H&M and Forever 21 made an entire business model that duplicated the hottest street styles of today, and it does it so blatantly that we know where these duplicates come from. Because when you see a copy, you're not thinking about the entity providing you with the duplicate. You actually are thinking about the original artist where the duplicate comes from. In fact, that's what the copier hopes to get from you. They want you to associate it with the original work. Think about replicas in streetwear. The rep maker hopes they are good enough for you to feel that it's indistinguishable from the original. Even if you know it's a rep, you almost want to be fooled, i.e. good artists can make a duplicate so well you question if it's the original or not. But if you are duped into thinking something is legit when it's not, do you not get offended? However, a great artist takes what they see and applies it in a different way, stealing elements from various areas and fields of study to create something that is their own. Alexander Wang once said, and I'm paraphrasing here, he doesn't really travel for inspiration. He just walks around the city and sees what inspires him. That's a version of creative thievery. And I already gave you a list of designers that stole from designers before them, but just in case we didn't catch it, let's go ahead and do it again. Nigo was influenced and inspired by Hiroshi Fujiwara. His name is Nigo. He's named after Hiroshi Fujiwara. Nigo stole from Good Enough and made his own with Bape. Even further, Nigo made a damn shoe that was nothing but an Air Force One with a star on it. But it was his. It was different to a degree. Jun Takahashi was inspired by Rei Kawakubo, taking elements of Comme des Garçons and applying it to Undercover. Masaki Honma was mentored by Yoji Yamamoto. From Yoji's sense of space, deconstruction, and palette, Mastermind was created. And honestly, when you know these things, it isn't hard to see. But did any of these designers flat out copy the designers that they were inspired by? No. but they took it upon themselves to create something that was more in line with their other interests, along with the influence of the designers that they were inspired by. They took possession of it and made it their own, i.e., stealing. Now, as far as Virgil, Kanye, and all these big names that people love, respect, and admire that have consistently been called out for copying, let me state for the record, I do not hate these guys. I don't. It's just like a waste of time to hate on anybody. And I think that message was lost the first go around because people tend to hear what they want to hear. Anything critical becomes hate, and that wasn't the point. The point was to call attention to a practice that should be criticized under certain circumstances, which I'll talk about a little bit later. But let me be clear, I actually respect the hell out of Virgil. His tenacity, work ethic, and acumen should be praised, lauded even. And Kanye, when it comes to his contributions in music and fashion, that's just undeniable. I would be lying to you right now if I said, I don't look at these guys. I don't find any of their stuff inspirational. I found some elements and stuff that I liked, but no one is perfect. But the only mistake anyone can make today is criticizing someone famous when you're not, which is local. Because stealing is everywhere in design and art, and copying is too. But the most important thing to remember about copying is if you are a true artist and you want to play this game right, with honor, give accreditation. Duplication without accreditation is misrepresentation. It's like one of the first lessons you learn in design and art class. Hell, English class teaches you that. Some of us, many of us disregard anything remotely new or up and coming, but the minute a popular designer does it, they take notice. And then they blame the brand that is not popular for not being popular and not knowing anybody. Well, those brands would be more popular if they were given accreditation when a design is blatantly copied. I'm not talking about if something is like arguable. If a case can be made on either side, I usually stay out of that argument. But blatant copying without accreditation is simple misrepresentation. We all know that. What's even funnier is the whataboutism argument, which is literally a logical fallacy. Yeah, X did it, but Y has been doing it for years, so that makes it okay. Knowing damn well that if it happened to you, you'd be up in arms. That's how your arms would be. They would be up. It's almost like saying, like ex-president takes golf trips all the time, spending an enormous amount of taxpayer money. And then the refute being, well, Y president did it too, so what's your point? Without the context, it means nothing. It's a logical fallacy. It's basically saying, my guy does the wrong thing, but so did your guy, so it's okay. Which is ridiculous, but I digress. Is it okay to copy in fashion? Yeah, but give credit where credit is due. Stealing, on the other hand, is a bit different in the sense that you are taking possession and making it your own. In design, this basically means be inspired by others and use your experience and skill to make something different. Assimilate, mix and match, try something. Build something from your interest, because that's how originality is born. It's why nearly every artist learns to copy first. Then they create something originally theirs. To quote, a great artist will drink in all that other artists have done and do. They will absorb it and learn from it and use it to stimulate their own creativity. They will steal it, which means that just like a robber, they will take possession of it, even though they know it is not theirs. And then they will transform it through the creative alchemy of their creative process into something fresh and new, something that belongs to them. Or, as Steve Jobs puts it, it comes down to trying to expose yourself to the best things humans have done and then try to bring those things into what you are doing. Because of the saying that good artists copy, great artists steal, we have been shameless about stealing great ideas. And with that, I rest my case. But I am absolutely positive, just because of it's just consistent, that somebody out there is going to take this entire thing out of context. So all I'll say is, for the thinkers out there, I give the floor to you. What do you think about copying, stealing, duplicating, all that in the fashion industry and in the design industry? What place does it have in the current climate of street culture? or any culture? Let us know. And give a thumbs up if you like this video. It's your boy. This is the synopsis, and keep it casual. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. I'll see you guys in a minute. Minasan, itsumo mite kurete arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let us know what your thoughts are on this topic in the comments. Give a thumbs up if you like this video, but most importantly, keep it locked right here for all of your info on international street fashion and culture from Tokyo. It's your boy, and keep it casual. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. You can even check out more videos, and you can support us on Patreon or follow our social media networks. That's always cool. You can do that. We didn't want to say it, but I said it anyway.